India is now the largest wearable market in the world.
Retail innovation is happening and we have to catch up where our consumers are.
Buying decisions is now based on the Gen Z and Gen Alpha customers.
I am privileged to moderate this session. This is really exciting because the topic is really very close to me and I want to know more about this. So we are also the media partner and I have seen this Expo, how it has grown up from last 15 years and this is one of the platform we should discuss. And this time the topic is very interesting, mobile accessories in the age of wearables and hybrid retail. India's mobile accessories and wearables market is undergoing a massive transformation, which we all know. Do you know that India is now the largest wearable market in the world in terms of volume? Am I right, sir? In 2023 alone, we saw 134 million wearable devices shipped. That's smartwatches, TWS, fitness bands flying off the shelves faster than ever before. We have seen this experience. And it's not just the wearables, it's India's mobile accessories market is expected to cross 20,000 crore by 2025. These are the data I have worked on, so growing at over 10% annually, whether it's power bank, or wireless chargers, protective gear, or smart gadgets. Consumers are no longer just buying tech, they are buying a lifestyle, I think. So what's driving this boom? A big shift. There are a lot of data which we'll come to know from the panel. And we have been joined by very fantastic panelists today. A lot of the experts, they have great knowledge. They're expert in their own domain. So should I start the discussion? Yes, thank you. So we have all the panelists except the Utsav Malhotra, who is CEO. He will be joining very soon. So let's start with Ashok, sir. You are one of the most trusted made in India brands, and you have made Ambrane as a brand. So I'll start with you. Ambrane has built strong credibility in the mobile accessories space. I have seen personally your growth. What new opportunities do you see emerging at the intersection of wearables and traditional accessories? You are the right person to answer this.
See, this is the tech era, so everybody wants their products should be integrated with the other products, starting from mobiles to TWS to chargers and to smartwatches, smart glasses, every product. And people want all the products to be integrated for the better use and for the smoother use. And in the second sense, I must say people are using this product as a lifestyle product. So they also want to use this product to make their suited with their personality, like in the fashion sense as well. Like all the products should be in the similar color. Like if you have the mobile, then the other accessory should be on the same color. So the product should be more suitable for you and more fitted with your personality.
Right. So, as I said, we are talking about the lifestyle. So, our lifestyle should match what the gadgets we are using. Rightly said, sir. I'll move to my next panelist, Rohit. You're the youngest one among us. So, Hammer Lifestyle, we know how the brand is grown up. Your presence at Shark Tank also. So, Hammer Lifestyle has established a strong presence among younger consumers, which we have seen. What product or retail innovations are you working on to stay relevant in this fast-moving wearable landscape? If you can highlight on this.
So in electronics, trends keep on changing. I think I'll answer your question in two parts. One is on the product front and second is on the retail innovation. So the consumers that we are catering to are very restless consumers. Every 3-4 months, they want something new. Or dikhao, naya kya, is there a new function that is coming in, or is there a new design that is coming in? And because of the rising disposable income, these consumers are buying any new innovation that you do in terms of product or in terms of the retail experience. I think in India, we have seen in last 5 years, retail or distribution has massively gone under a new change. For example, you only focus on online. In online also, a lot of channels have evolved. It was Amazon first, then website, then quick commerce. Probably Instagram would be a next big thing, or just like US, TikTok is really popular in US. So retail innovation is happening and we have to catch up where our consumers are. Buying buying something in 10 minutes was considered really cool 1 year ago. But I think now consumers are moving to some other gamification of e-commerce. That's what we are focusing on. The sector that we are in and the consumers that we are catering to will always have to be innovative because we are challenger. So anything that new comes up, we have to catch that trend, have to bank on it, and then talk to the consumers. That's how we'll be scaling up. Yeah.
That's very nice observation because you need to observe the consumer expectations and work accordingly. Chandra Mohan sir, you are taking as a CEO, you are taking care of the Poojara Telecom growth in West India. So my first query with you will be with Poojara Telecom's massive footprint in West India. How are you adapting your retail strategy to tap into the growing demand for wearables and smart accessories both?
As you rightly said that wearable and smartwatch sector is growing in India, and the online presence is 70% online catering this demand, but even then 40% with the 40% growth of this offline retail stores. And seeing this opportunity, we adopted a certain new technology intervention in our retail chain so that we can give the customized solutions to each and every end consumer. Again, the customer-centric behavior and retail innovations, we are catering the demand of the end customers. We also curated our product portfolio in such a manner so that we can make available the product for each and every low class, middle class, or maybe a higher end customers, the demand fulfillment. Also, the bank tie-up with offering a good offer to the customer so that the no-cost EMI, zero down payment, or maybe a buy now, pay later kind of things we can create we can give to the end customers. Omni-channel as also giving a good boost up to our sales, retail sales, offline, online presence. The offline, see that 70% dominance are the online segment, so customer can pick the product online, but the real experience he can check when he visited our stores, check the product, feel the products. Some of the consumers are not very much vocal about the price range and everything. So for the established brand or maybe an emerging brand, we have tagged the product pricing so that he can he can pick the product, compare the product with the others, and that will help to the buying decisions also. So these are the strategy which we are inculcating in our retail stores. Also, the buying decisions is now based on the Gen Z and Gen Alpha customers right now. So what we used to do that we are trying to educate our school college students. We invited all the school college students to our stores. They can check the product, they can feel the product. We give also training to that the USP of that product so that they can help the final decisions. They can influence their mother, father, or maybe parents, or maybe their reference group for the purchasing buying behavior. So that way we can cater more or more customers and match the pace of this industry in the offline retail segment.
Rightly said, because the brands are creating the products, but responsibilities lies with you guys.
Yeah.
And the new age is very different. So you both are adopting the changes which new generations are looking for, the touch and feel.
Yeah, touch and feel. Because in India, even we are going to buy a cloth, the clothes are available in the online also, but until and unless we touch the clothes, we never will get such kind of satisfaction. Right. So we sell the products, we sell the emotions, whatever products company manufacturers made, but we put into the emotion in that product and sell it to the end customers.
That's great. So thanks for answering this. I'll move to my next panelist, Mr. Satyendra, who is CEO, Hotspot Retail. I just met him just before this session, and I shared that my first mobile phone was purchased from Hotspot. So Hotspot Retail in New Friends Colony, and that store is still there. So thanks for serving the Indian customer in this way. Welcome to this panel discussion. I have
Thank you.
one query for you. As a key offline retailer, which I have seen that you are the oldest one, how do you see the rise of wearables transforming the traditional mobile retail environment?
So thank you so much for recognition. Yes, it is true that we are having an experience of 20 years of retail. Since 2005, we were pioneer in launching this retail chain concept in India. And a lot of surge being seen after COVID in wearables and hearables both. Because we have seen almost more than 300 to 400% growth year on year from 2021 onwards. So that's a true trend and a good avenue and revenue generation for us as a retail chain. So that's true that as a retail chain, we have a lot of expenses, and wearables helped us a lot in choosing the right companion of mobile phone. So hearable and wearable both are the right companion of these mobile phones. As you know that mobile phone as an industry, it is $47 billion going to close. By 2032, it will going to reach to $78 billion. It's a huge amount and a value. And I can see a same kind of surge in wearables and hearables both. So, and the way people are conscious about their health and conscious about their parents, as what Mr. Mohan also said, about parents' health, family health, and their own health. So from, I've seen that those sports bands, which were counting their steps, now checking the ECGs. So a lot of surge being seen, a lot of different technologies being seen, and I can foresee a lot many upcoming features in wearables in coming days too. So both of my friends, Rohit and Ashok ji, are here. So I would request that hammer will hammer softly to the pockets and hardly towards the technology to get the best of the things. And Ambrane should become a membrane for everyone so that everyone should wear that in their hand and can check their health more cautiously. And it should become must for everyone. And we at Hotspot can assure you that we'll let you reach to everywhere. Thank you.
That's really nice of you. There are some responsibility coming to both of you, and I'm sure we as an ecosystem has to grow together, and we have to help each other to sustain. And in fact, when COVID struck, it was an unfortunate thing for human being, but the health became one of the important factor for all of us, and that is one of the reason why these devices are in demand post that. I'll come to Ashok sir now. As an Indian brand, okay, what are the biggest challenges you foresee in competing with the global brands in the wearable space? Because I know it's very tough to compete with them when it comes to promotion, branding, and all efforts they made. And how can you set an example, because Ambrane is a leader in your segment, and how a brand like you who are following you can learn from the things what you have learned?
See, so when we are talking about the competition with the global brands, then it's like first the consumer mindset in India. So we are very much influenced by the Western brands or the global brands. So when we are going to look for the global brands, then we are just in the perception that these are the better brands in terms of the quality, in terms of the performance. So this is the major competition the Indian brands are facing when the people are comparing the products with their with the global brands. And the second, we must admit the global brands have the big pockets for the R&D, for the innovation, and for the kind of new kind of technology. So now in India, like we are already in this segment from last 12 years, and we have started the manufacturing 11 years back. So we also invested so much in the R&D, in the innovation, in the supply chain, in the product quality, and one of the most important thing about the affordability. So while we are talking about Ambrane or the Indian brands, we have the biggest opportunity to come out from this mindset that we cannot be better than that. So right now, the Indian brands have the opportunity to understand the consumer mindset from India. Like we can sense the consumer mindset, what kind of products, what kind of features they are expecting. So we can have the addition in terms of the appearance as well. Like what we have spoken, like the people are looking for the lifestyle products. So we can understand the consumer's mindset more much. So we have the upper edge in terms of the, because we are the Make in India brand. So we can be better than them, and we have to be more focused on that.
Right said. Thanks for, it's a really encouragement for all Indian brands that, we are always there to compete with them. The resources and the mind, the innovation, what our engineers can bring as a Make in India brand will definitely lead the way forward. So thanks for answering this.
Yeah.
Want to add on?
So yeah, one more line I have to add. The more for the Indian brands, that we have to invest more in the R&D, so that we can be more better in terms of the quality and the affordability, so that we can have always the upper edge over them.
Thanks, Ashok sir, for answering. Now, we have been joined by Mr. Utsav Malhotra. We know all of, he is CEO for Noise. Now, Noise is a leading smartwatch brand, which we all know, and there are a lot of category where you lead. So thanks for joining. You got stuck in traffic. We don't mind. We wanted you to be here so that we can have some discussion with you. So Noise, should I start, sir? Please. So Noise has been at the forefront of India's wearable tech revolution. We have seen and the growth, the landmark you have achieved in certain time period. So how do you see mobile accessories and wearable devices converging in terms of functionality and user experience? If you can answer.
Thanks, Rajeev, and apologies at the outset for being late. But see, wearables truly today, if data had to be seen, are a $400-500 billion sort of industry estimate at 2030. Now, these sort of estimates don't get built if you don't see it as a mainstream integration in terms of who people are. Is it a fitment to their lifestyle or not? When you talk about wearables today, what started out as an extension of your fundamental productivity use case today is transcending the boundaries beyond that. Wearables today, whether it's a smartwatch or hearables or rings or any other form factor, are not restricted to giving you health metrics, productivity and efficiency metrics or lifestyle devices. These are devices that have transcended into use cases that have gone beyond. You can today make payments, you can today transit, you can today track activity, you can today track movement, you can today use them for monitoring. So there is use cases that are going beyond the obvious paradigms for how they started. And when they started, you were unpacking the bottom of the pyramid. A lot of us here, whether it's Ashok ji, what Rohit is doing with his brand, were trying to unpack the bottom to get adoption. Today we've hit critical mass, and when you look at India as a country, from about 700 odd million sort of smartphone users, and I'm using that as a proxy for smart users in the country, we've over the course of last 2 years alone sold nearly 100 million devices. Now that is talking about 15% penetration, and at that critical mass, it is irreversible behavior. It is these devices that will remain an extension of human beings, and there will be more use cases that will begin to emerge that we are currently not even seeing on the horizon.
So the future is bright for all of us. We are just tapping a small portion of the market opportunities what India has. Thanks, Utsav, for answering this. This is very valid point you made. I'll just move to Rohit. We, as an Indian company, really, taking the flag further and competing with the brands who are outside from India. So, do you think that wearable tech is evolving fast enough to meet the lifestyle needs of hybrid consumers, those who switch between fitness, productivity, and entertainment on the go?
So when we say hybrid consumers, I think net disposable income across urban youth and rural youth has increased. Now they are preferring the things that you said for fitness, productivity, entertainment. They are preferring specialized devices for this. You would have a specialized earphone for a Zoom meeting and a specialized earphone for an entertainment purpose. And also the trends are also changing. Things are getting reversed. Wired products were out of fashion 1 or 2 years back, and it is coming back into fashion. In terms of what you call changing patterns, consumer is evolving, and that's what we are trying to catch up. A lot of things that a consumer from a developed country was using is slowly getting into India. We introduced electric toothbrushes, which now with the given disposable income increase is picking up really well in at least urban cities, I would say, and experiential audiences are trying these products out.
Yes, there is always innovation which you guys are doing, and this is one we'll see a lot of innovation coming in 1-2 year, and you guys are the responsible for taking the clue and working on the R&D part to give best gadgets, best wearables, so that consumer can have that standard which others are matching. I'll move to Chandra Mohan sir. We discussed about the overall adaptation you are seeing on your retail strategy, but I'll move to my next part of the query for you, which is what kind of strategic partnership or innovations are you exploring to make wearable tech more accessible and appealing to the walk-in customers in regional markets where you play?
See, after getting a good product from the manufacturer side, our core responsibility is to building a lifestyle ecosystem so that everybody is well connected. For that, we are having a sum of the strategic, our established player, our emerging player. So a live customer experience is very, very important for the end customers, that customer visiting our stores can check the product, can feel the product, or maybe he can, with the best of the best expertise, tech promoters, he can get the fully aware about the what products he is looking for and how my promoters is satisfied their needs. So after these kind of pitching, our responsibility is to take up a collaborative with the strategic partner, with the banks and the consumer finance kind of things, so that we can give a best to best offer to our customers, zero down payment kind of things, or maybe buy now, pay later kind of things we can introduce. Also, we are collaborating with the brands for the marketing support kind of things, like we mutually do the brand related activity so that end customers get the feeler of that product. Also, we are doing a bundling kind of offer so that customers, we can suggest the good product that is best suited to the customer's pocket, and also they can ease off their life. Some of the key core parameters for the customers, how we can sell the products, what customers' requirement, how trained staff is required to pitch the product to the end customer is very, very important. We also trying to establish a ecosystem, like how my smartwatch is connected with the Alexa and Alexa is connected with the AC or maybe other gadgets. So that we also explain the use cases, as Utsav sir has already told us, that there is a very much responsibility to lies on us, like the use cases importance is very much required to the end customers. And that's way we are going, and that's the strategy we are adopting to scale up the productivity and sales of this wearable and hearable kind of products.
Thanks. We were discussing earlier, and you are majorly focused on the West market, okay, Gujarat and few other market, Maharashtra, I guess. So, because you are talking about the opportunities beyond region, okay, and there are a lot of potential, and you already having expertise of serving customers. So, can we see expansion of your region?
Yeah. Expansion is very much required because normal GT retails can't have some kind of comparison kind of product, like there are n number of company, n number of price range and everything. where the retail chain is provided that kind of facility like live product demos and everything. You can compare the price and everything, so that the opportunity is huge. Recently, we entered into the Rajasthan market. We are at the verge of launching the MP market or maybe a UP market. So we are getting so much queries about the partners that, okay, we are interested to launch these kind of retail channel in their own territory. That will definitely boost up the sales and the product acceptance in that market also.
That's great initiative because you have a great, kind of expertise, and I wish that next time we are talking to you, you have more numbers to share with us.
Currently I am having a 450 outlets in Western India, and this year we are planning taken a very stiff target that we are adding 1,000 outlet by Jan 2026.
Of course, this brings smile on faces of our the brand side, because they will get more opportunity to push the product through these offline stores.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
I'll move to Mr. Satya Narayan ji. You talked about how Hotspot has served. Okay, but the smaller town, tier 2, tier 3 town is not easy to crack. Awareness is required. So what role can physical store like you play in delivering better customer education and engagement around wearable tech, especially in tier 2 and tier 3 cities where you are now growing?
So, as Mr. Mohan has said, with Hotspot, we are already covering 2 of metros, so Delhi and Calcutta. So we are already having experience of having or dealing with the metro customers. Here, we recently had opted for a technology like hyperlocal deliveries. So in these markets, we are delivering our mobile handsets in say 60 minutes, 2 hours, 30 minutes kind of time span. We recently had opted this, and it was just a innovation kind of way. While sending the mobile handsets, we started sending those wearables and some companion kind of products like a TWS or Bluetooth headbands or those wearable watches along with that. Because most of the time, what is our experience in the in-store, these are impulse buying. So it is not planned one. So while delivering that handsets to the customer at their doorstep, we started sending these products too. And you won't believe that out of, if I say account, out of 100 such deliveries, 70 converted along with some other products too. So that's the way we started doing a new strategy, and we got a good success. That way in markets like Delhi and Calcutta. As you said that in tier 2 and tier 3, in last 4-5 months, we started expanding ourselves into these towns. And I can tell you some of the names of the towns where we are having our presence. It will be really difficult that to even find out those in maps. So we have our presence in Motihari, we have our presence in Purnia, we have our presence in Hanumangarh, we have our presence in Muktsar and Faridkot kind of locations. We have our presence in Sitapur kind of locations too. And that too, we have our presence in Julana. It's a very small town in Jind, Haryana. So we have our presence in 8-9 states, starting from even Assam. So Assam, Bengal, Bihar, UP, Haryana, Rajasthan, Punjab and Delhi. We have our presence here. And next move is to moving on to the tier 2, tier 3 towns. We want to give the same kind of experience there too. So to delivering the handset in those locations to their doorstep within 30 minutes or within say 60 minutes, along with these wearable and hearables, so that they will also have the same kind of experience and we can also get more avenues. And the one good thing what I have seen in last 1 year, I'm sure that everybody from Noise or Hammer or Ambrane must be facing the same thing. The ASP of wearables are increasing. It was earlier decreasing because of the tough competition. So from non-calling watches to the calling watches, a tough time must be seen by all three. So now the ASP is increasing. So earlier, if it was say 2200, 2000, now it is increasing to 4000, 5000 kind of. So people want a better experience, people want a better product. And yes, as like Mr. Mohan said that because of these affordability schemes, those finance offers and all are now given to almost every customer, because everybody is a credit card user or even a paper finance, through paper finance too. And recently Noise launched a product which is a very trendy kind of product. I personally like that, within a price band of 8,000 or somewhere. It's a TWS, a very nice and trendy TWS, and that is also having affordability. So that actually made affordable to every customer. So that reached to from even metros to the tier 2, tier 3. And we are helping them to reach to that locations too. Yes, I would request to all three that do not restrict those wearables to only to hands or ears. I want some more wearables, kind of shoes, kind of goggles, kind of cap, kind of belts, kind of ties, which is having this kind of smart features. So let us bring some more wearables. I don't want to carry 4-5 devices along with me. I want to wear it so that my hands should be free. Right? So that's the next challenge to all three of my friends.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that people want this. And we at Hotspot obviously will going to help you out to reach to the remotest location of this country.
That's great to to understand the synergy or the kind of adoption in smaller town, and convincing them to buy the gadgets is not an easy task. And you are reaching out to them in a very better ways, financing and every sort of support you are giving to the customers. And one valid point which he mentioned about bringing the new products, and also do we have if on noise perspective, can you share something which you are working on? Any?
See, Rajeev, you have to understand that principally the objective for why Noise was founded was to democratize lifestyle tech for India. When you talk about democratization, there are two aspects. The first is access, which we build by virtue of partners of the likes of what Chandra and Satya are enabling for us. And then the other bit is building access, which is having non-prohibitive price points that can allow India actually afford some bit of technology, right? And to bring world-class products at prices that are India-friendly. And it's absolutely right what Satya was talking about, that we recently launched a product that actually is powered with Bose sound engineering technology, which you can find at a fraction of a price. Now that is democratization. But when you take on the mantle of democratization, the first aspect is to be able to fulfill the need of building that access. But once you do that, the choice of the form factor is contingent to the user. Eventually, you have to be subservient to the demands of the consumer as opposed to dishing out form factors. You have to be honest about what is it that will solve for a problem. And each of the devices that we today do solve for something. We don't do a device for the sake of it being a device. A ring, typically, what you see me wearing here, is a product that solves for compliance. And fundamentally, all wearables need to solve for compliance. And by that, what I really mean is that do you have that device on you 24/7? Because a lot of metrics get recorded when you're in resting state, which is when you're sleeping. And a lot of times you find other wearables and the form factors that you talk about being intrusive to that habit. And you can continue wearing a ring throughout and you will still get those metrics. So when we're doing a form factor, it is coming out of a consumer insight to why we are doing a form factor and what is the purpose it is serving. The bigger question really that we all should collectively try and answer is that today these are individual devices. And I don't think they will exist as devices. In the future, they will exist as an ecosystem where interoperability becomes the biggest challenge for us to solve for. Where the watch needs to speak to the earbuds, needs to speak to the ring, where data is getting synced without me necessarily having to fret about is there continuity in how data is getting recorded. And that's the challenge we should all collectively figure about.
So इतना आसान नहीं है sir. we'll yeah. So this is good one.
अगर आसान होता तो हम 200 कंपनियां ये काम नहीं कर रही होती, 2000 कर रही होती.
Rightly said.
But sure,
Yeah.
because आसान नहीं है is why it becomes meaningful for us to do something which has long-term bearing impact.
Rohit, you want to add on this? Means, what is your take on this? Expectations are very high from the retailers. How do you see this?
Nothing much to add here, but as he said, all the data needs to speak to each other. So we need to understand the consumer. If this is what a consumer requires, or the consumer is just focusing on design front and not the functionality front. So we'll have to segregate between these consumers. A consumer could be an early adopter. I would use this because this might be a fad. Yeah, this looks good, everybody is using it. There are a lot of products in electronics which comes in like a fad and doesn't scale up. Apple launched certain products. So again, we'll have to talk to the consumers. What exactly is it needed? Is it solving for a problem, as he said? Do we need this much data to improve our lifestyles? By getting this data, would I get a better sleep, or would this make me a healthier person for me to live? For example, my average life expectation is 75. If I take corrective actions on sleep and on the food front, would my average life go up to 76 and 77? If we get these strong data insights, I think then for sure consumers would be paying for these products, and multi companies would be coming in this sector.
Yeah, rightly said. It's about the ecosystem which we need to understand that how this will evolve in coming few years. So before I go to audience, I am sure that there might be some queries from the audience side. But Ashok sir, I have seen your power banks. They are very innovative. So can we see more? Because there was a recent launch which we saw, multi-function and all. So how do you see in the power segment you are adding innovation?
So you can see our catalog in the past 2 years. We have added too much in this category. Like we started from the only 5,000 to 10,000 mAh power bank. Now we are having the power bank like 50,000 mAh power bank, along with the power bank having the features to charge the laptop. Also, in addition to this, we have added the power stations as well. Like people are going for the tracking or somewhere in the outskirt areas, they can also use their devices seamlessly. So these are very wonderful devices we are going to add, and it's going on.
Great. As an Indian company, we would love to see more innovations coming from all of you.
Thank you very much indeed. And I would request our distinguished moderator, Mr. Rajeev Ranjan, to kindly do the honors of presenting a token of gratitude and appreciation to our panelists. We begin with presenting to Mr. Utsav Malhotra, COO Noise. Thank you, sir, for all those valuable inputs. To Mr. Ashok Rajpal, MD Ambrane India. Thank you very much indeed. To Mr. Rohit Nandwani, founder and CEO, Hammer Lifestyle. Thank you very much. To Mr. Chandra Mohan, CEO, Poojara Telecom. Thank you, sir. And to Mr. M. Satyanarayan, CEO, Hotspot Retail. Thank you. And once again inviting Ms. Sakshi Chawla from Exhibitions India Group to do the honors of presenting a token of gratitude to our moderator, Mr. Rajeev Ranjan, for wonderfully moderating this very interesting session on mobile accessories in the age of wearables and hybrid retail.